Hello, Home Trees. It's your host, Chris, Cory, and Donnie, and welcome to another Goodie Bag edition of the More Gooder Than podcast. Gave some dramatic effect there. On these extra episodes, on the edge of shit.
What?
What
Tell
is
me already.
More Gooder Than TV show?
Am I in the right room? What are we recording today?
On these extra sods, reveal the movies for the next main episode, read your comments, listen to messages from the hotline. We will this time. And do another segment of MGT Light where we discuss something we've been into during our week. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How you boys doing?
Doing good. Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Solid.
Good times, yeah.
Next week's episode is called Make Me Laugh, Funny Man, and will feature the films Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Majestic, or is it Hamad? What's he say in the movie?
I don't remember.
Him Jast or something.
Oh,
Him
yeah, there was
Jasty.
letters missing. Yeah,
Him
yeah.
Jasty, yeah. And The Truman Show. Let me say those again. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Majestic, and The Truman Show. Yep.
Those
There we
two.
go.
That's the ones.
Jim Carrey.
All riots from Jim Carrey.
Cracking up out of my butthole.
I love Jim Carrey growing up. He was a big part of, I don't know, I feel like it's a big part of like probably all of our upbringing.
Donnie, you might have been slightly old for his comedy.
Maybe. He was...
I remember him when he was Fire Marshal Bill and all his characters on in Living Color.
Yeah, Living Color is for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, I watched Living Color too. I remember that.
Well, I had permission from my parents to watch Living Color. I was mature enough to handle it.
We watched it as a family.
Yeah.
I mean,
In Living Color was, you guys heard me when Dave Morgan, patron of the show, owner of the show.
Yeah.
We're talking about my coach Shoney. That's what he would show if the kids were good in his class.
Oh, really?
They would, and so all he would talk about was in Living Color.
Yeah.
Hated Saturday Night Live.
Jim Carrey was hilarious on that. Let me show you something.
Was he the only white guy on the show?
He was the token white guy. Yeah, for sure.
At that time, like,
And then J-Lo was one of the dancers.
Jenny from the Block,
Jenny from the Block.
Fly Girl.
Yeah, that was a good show. Are those on Netflix or something like that? Or Hulu?
I
I
think
want to
they're
go
on
back
Prime.
and watch them. Yeah, I know. I want to go back and watch those. Those were funny.
We'll discuss
Anyway,
that. Yeah, we'll look at
Jim
that later.
Carrey was just known for being really, really funny and have really goofy movies. But then he tried to do this like
Goofy. He was in the Goofy movie?
Yeah, he was. He played Goofy.
Yuck.
But then he tried to do these like dramatic films.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that people weren't too happy about it. But I loved them. I thought that they were
The first one, which was
fantastic dramatic
which was the Majestic.
Yeah.
People did not care for
Yeah,
it.
they didn't like that one.
But then-
as it went on,
Yeah. Then he started doing his thing.
But
yeah.
I think that he's a very talented individual. He can really emote very well.
now he's just weird.
He is. He's woke.
It's like a
he's
reclusive.
tired.
He's
You
a
know what it is?
reclusive painter.
He's done.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Jim Carrey's
he made all the money. He's
Jim
like,
Carrey's done.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
changed the game and then left it.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Twitter, don't drop mics. They're expensive. Whoever drops mics does not have to pay for
Jim
the
Carrey
mics.
can drop all the mics he needs.
That
know,
is the
right?
point. Is that
He's a painter now.
You don't
Yeah.
want to drop the mic, so you just did something so amazing that like no one's gonna get pissed if you drop that mic and break it.
Oh, cool. No one's going to use that one, I guess. Don't need to. He dropped it. Drop it like it's hot.
You know that's how Breaking Benjamin got their band name?
Could care less.
Yeah, you don't like Breaking Benjamin?
No.
Oh, I love
I
Breaking
know
Benjamin.
you do. And I just.
Show me the word.
I know.
That's great.
Yes, I
love
know. Never said it before because I
You think
love
it's
you.
cover voice?
No, I just it's not my thing.
Your thing is
I don't like
broken.
good.
Then.
I don't like Good Charlotte either.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
no one's gonna argue with you on that.
No, didn't you like
those chumps.
Didn't she do Breaking Benjamin like Good Charlotte for like a whole concert thing?
We meet what?
Yeah. Wasn't that like a duplex? Wasn't that
What are we talking about?
a
Right now?
nice split level home?
Anyway,
A Twitter
Ben
poll.
Burnley
Yeah.
was on stage when they're in their early days, and he was like nervous and messed up and dropped the mic. And so like the owner of the club or whatever got up and he's like, he said something about like, oh, if Ben didn't break my fucking mic, and so they thought it was hilarious, became like this running joke, and that's where they got their band name. And then
That's a shame.
They went on to take over the world.
Yeah. And be liked by 1/3 of the podcast MGT.
I'm
Or
indifferent.
listen, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, Donnie is indifferent.
Call it
towards
1.5.
Yeah.
We'll call that rounded up to 1.5.
Just give it like 3/5. 3/5.
Their
fair.
existence doesn't
better than 1.5.
vex me.
It's true. Yeah. A Twitter poll This is already a good episode. I'm already loving it. Last week's episode was just a blast.
We should point out that we're recording on a Friday night again.
We should just make this our normal.
You know
normal
what?
time.
Because you are in for a treat. I got my iced tea right here. Darnie's got a sippy cup for my girls, and then
I got a thing where I got to drink out of
sippy
cups with lids.
Mainly because his cat's peeing all of his cups.
Yeah.
And so a Twitter poll was ran for said, great episode from last week.
Yeah.
And Inception did win with 57% of the vote.
Shocker.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's obviously a good movie.
you ready for this?
Yeah.
Romeo plus Juliet
Got second?
Titanic.
No love for Titanic.
And the
huh?
3 spot.
Chrissy, We Stand Alone. I know that's probably your favorite.
That mirrored my rankings.
Yeah.
No, like we said last week, I found them all
Yeah.
incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah.
Inception, obviously, I think is an absolute masterpiece.
I could watch Titanic again tonight and enjoy it.
And then
Like that's just
There's not
When you're
enough
done with
time
it,
left tonight
it's
for you to
been-
watch Titanic.
It's been 84 years.
even if I drive home and start now, I won't finish
Yeah.
it in time.
It'll be tomorrow.
It is literally impossible for you to watch it tonight.
You're right. I can't watch it again tonight, but I would enjoy trying.
Good movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, 57%.
What were the margins on the other ones?
57, 27, 16.
Huh.
Yeah.
Disappoint.
Decent.
Surprising.
With regret.
I mean, Inception's great. I mean, we really couldn't say a bad thing about any of those movies that we watched last time.
Mike from Bad Reception Podcast, he says, discussions of Whedon musicals, Smashing Pumpkins, and the McElroys. Was this episode specifically catered to me? Yes,
it was. Yeah.
Yes, it was. This is what
we
true,
had that discussion when we were planning in the planning phase.
Mike. This is what true love looks like when we give people what they want, not
Give
what's
the
going to
people what they want.
not torture them
We were going down the
with
list.
bad movies like
Like,
Samurai Cop.
Mike's likes. Let's do that this time.
It's our new podcast spinoff. Mike likes like Mike.
Hey, even Mike was the thing. Mikey likes it.
Okay, I've always had a hard time. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. That's not a glowing.
Yeah, it's not a selling point.
That's not a selling
I know
point.
it's not. It's really not.
It's really not a selling point.
No, it wasn't he'll eat anything.
Was he super picky?
Yeah, he's super picky.
I remember it being that he'll eat it. I'll give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything.
No, it was
He
more like
likes
Mikey.
it.
Mikey likes nothing.
Ooh, I just got Mandela.
Run a Twitter
Okay.
poll.
I'm on
See
the
who
same
remembers
page as
what.
Chris. Like,
I remember it being
it's
it
like
wasn't
Mike,
a glowing review.
This fucking kid is basically a
No,
garbage disposal.
wasn't he sitting there like with his hands crossed and like nope?
Maybe
he
it
didn't
makes him
want anything.
happy. For Life cereal, I do enjoy it.
You know, I've never had it.
Really?
I
Hey,
don't
guess
think I've heard
what?
Life.
Episode 69. Guess what we're doing? That
started-
actually would be awesome.
I don't know what the Aldi equivalent. I started shopping at Aldi because there's one right next to me and it's super cheap. So I've been eating like
I haven't been in.
honey grams and like all the slightly off. They're not in a bag,
Honey grams.
but they're like like
Honey brush.
yeah.
Kind of speaking of glowing reviews. Honey,
That's right.
that was funny.
It was a viscous joke.
I haven't
just
been-
kind of ooze into the
Had high viscosity. That's really funny. The talking about glowing reviews, I had seen on a thing on Crack, and it was about how to properly watch TV shows, and it was how to watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and it says watch the first episode, Emissary, sets the show's premise, skip seasons 1 and 2, the entire thing.
Sounds legit.
Watch the season 2 finale, the Jem'Hadar, start of the
Yes.
Dominion arc. Seasons 3 through 7, the Dominion War, this is what you want. And then skip the episode in season 6 called Profit and Lace for Your Life. Skip this. Also, screw this guy. Always meet him. And it's some like wrestling promoter looking dude. I don't know. Anyway,
It's funny.
so like I it's like, okay, I'll watch that. So you think that's legit too?
I totally agree with that.
Okay, yeah, so that's how I'm gonna watch it. Because I started watching episode 3. I'm like, I don't care for this.
I won't even watch, like, if I'm watching, I won't watch the first season of Buffy again. I won't
Yeah.
watch the first season of Angel.
Parks and Rec. I
It takes
I
them
skipped season 1.
a little while to take off.
And see, that's the thing, is actually, I think that was it. They said, watch first 2 episodes of Buffy season 1, and then just do 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
They say actually end it at 5 and just watch once more with feeling just because you feel like it. Isn't that interesting?
6 and 7 weren't as good as the golden years.
5
but
was so good.
I find them watchable
were
still.
you a Buffy fan? I forget.
Never seen an episode. Not one.
Enjoyable show.
You just
No,
want to.
my best friend in high school was like way into Sarah Michelle Gellar, way into the
Obviously,
show.
man, we can't tell you like, hey, drop everything and watch it, but it's definitely enjoyable.
Yeah.
But for right now, you'll want to dick around on your phone for like 10 minutes because this is going to take a while.
Yeah, okay. Clean your glasses if you had them. But so anyway, I'm like, so Paul Chomo says like, you really should watch Deep Space Nine. He said it's super underrated. You know, and
That's my track.
Yeah.
Cisco's my captain.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, Picard is amazing, but there's something about Cisco.
Man. Yeah, but so
What was it? Did you post that thing where it was like Picard and Riker's faces? They had face swapped?
oh
No, you didn't post that?
Oh, no.
Oh, I forget who they looked like.
Ooh.
It was a Picard and Riker face swap, and it looked
Did
like
Picard get a beard still?
yeah. Well, it was you know how sometimes they'll take
Yeah.
some of the facial hair and move it over.
Yeah.
God, I don't remember who they looked like.
Oh,
It was
I gotta
really
find. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna
find
look it up.
We'll
Find
pause.
that immediately.
So I had said to Paul Chomo post is accurate. Do watch Deep Space Nine though, it's underrated. And I said I just basically why I haven't watched it. Basically, I hate the Ferengi. I find them to be just incredibly annoying. And I know that Deep Space Nine has a main character Ferengi.
But it's Quark.
I know he's still
It's Principal Snyder.
from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so Vlado on our group, he says, watching Deep Space Nine with the family. It's getting really Deep Space Nine heavy. Watching Deep Space Nine with the family now, having watched Voyager and TNG, really aren't any likable characters and some really annoying episodes. But nonetheless, we are enjoying it.
No likable characters. It has the best character in any track.
But I said, that's not exactly a glowing review. That's the Mikey of reviews. I don't like this at all. And there's nothing enjoyable. But you should watch it.
DS9 is worth watching just to follow Garrick's story arc.
Which one's Garrett?
He's the tailor. The
I've seen two
He's a tailor
episodes.
on the station. He's like a former like CIA, like Obsidian Order. He's like former intelligence, like assassin, spy, and he's been exiled. And he runs like a tailor shop.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love the Trekverse. I'm a huge fan.
super morally flexible.
I wonder why Donnie likes him so much. Is he a stabby rogue too? Let's see.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So
here's the picture. Did
Okay,
you
yeah,
look it up?
No, I was about to.
All right, so here's the picture, and the joke is that Riker becomes Abraham Lincoln, and Picard becomes David Cross.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, it's too funny.
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
Dr. Tobias Funke.
The doctors are always. Have you guys watched Orville
You'll
at all?
find that and post that on.
I will. Yeah.
Social media.
Have you guys watched the Orville at all?
I've seen some. I know
I've
Cory
watched like the first
watches.
5 episodes or so. We try to find shows to watch as a family while we're eating dinner.
Can't watch it as a family.
Yeah, it
Gets a little heavy sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it gets real political,
but it's great. I
really good.
love it. Me and Elise
it's super cheesy, and they
never
play up the
miss
cheesy,
it.
Yeah.
Me and Elise never miss an episode. We love it. But they have brought on all the doctors so far from all the other Star Treks,
Oh, really?
including Enterprise and
Yeah.
you know what? Dr. Beverly Crusher has not been on there. They gotta get.
That's a deal breaker.
They need to fix that. Like Tuvok from Voyager has been on there. It's been really good.
He wasn't a doctor. He was head of security.
I know, but like also Tuvok was on there.
So they've got Robert Picardo.
Yeah, he plays one of the main character's fathers. Kind of a dick in it too. It's great. Good range though.
Sounds awesome.
Chrissy Winters from, of course, So I Married a Movie Geek. Guys, me and my scrapbook are both so excited for this episode. Take note, Justin, Leo is better than the Human Centipede. That's what they did for April Fools. They watched Sequence 2.
I don't know what that means. I've heard about them being sewed together. And all
there
that,
are
but
3
yeah. What does
human
sequence 2
centipedes,
mean?
and Sequence 2 is just part 2. That's just what they call it.
Okay.
Anyway, while 1 is unwatchable, 2 is an abomination to the Lord. And like it should be killed with fire. Like I read the synopsis of it and that scarred me.
Yeah.
Like it was that bad. And so then for April Fools, they watched it and it sounded like I think that they're dead. I think they're both ghosts now. But anyway, so it's just kind of funny because we're doing this, which is basically at the same time we recorded at the same time they did. We're doing what would have been Chrissy's favorite episode to record.
And she's looking at her husband.
She's looking at her husband like, I hate you. I hate you.
You were that, is it like Old Spice or something? It's a commercial. It's like, look at your husband. Now look at me.
I'm
now
on a
look at
horse.
your husband.
I'm on a
now
horse.
look at me. That's basically
Isaiah
Chris is like looking at
Mustafa.
our episode and looking at theirs. Like,
That's so good. I posted another Twitter poll on there. I said, features one of the biggest movies of all time in Titanic. Be honest, how many times have you seen it? Bonus points for telling us how many times you saw it in theaters. I posted all the times, once or twice, or never. And it was 80% of them had either voted all the times or once or twice.
Yeah.
Just 20% never.
it's just good.
It's crazy, though, that there are still people. I thought me and Donnie were alone.
Yeah.
Donnie, we're not alone. Well, actually, now we're part of the masses.
Juju from my other podcast has not seen it either.
The Crit Storm podcast,
The
available
Crit
on
Storm,
all
yeah.
podcatchers, wherever podcatchers are sold. And people, Tayra, Mighty Tayra, first of her name. I said, like, I posted out there, what's your favorite Leo role? And Tayra said, he's my most favorite GIF on Twitter. And it's the one from where he's doing the martini glass from Great Gatsby.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's great.
I love the one where he's like walking. It's like behind the scenes. He's just like walking like, don't
Happy.
give a fuck.
But it is true. I use Leo GIFs all the time.
Yeah.
So then I had also posted, Santiago had said, when we would show him what the last three movies were, he says, one of these things is not like the other. Which one's not like the other?
Yeah. Inception's just so much
Do you think
better.
so?
Yeah.
It could have been that Romeo and Juliet, because Inception is definitely not like a love story.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some better Leo movies
Yeah.
we could have paired with it because we were kind of doing two young Leo and then one like older Leo.
We're just doing the ones. What was funny
We were
is,
doing the ones that Donnie hadn't seen.
so me and Donnie almost did. We started to make a little pact. Like, hey, let's just watch Inception and Revenant, because that's what we'd rather watch right now. And then just like show up and just like, oh yeah, we didn't watch that. We watched The Revenant. Wasn't it good? Yeah. It actually would have been pretty funny. Revenant is a fantastic film, except for that I laughed in the middle of the theater at a very inappropriate time.
Well, I don't remember. I only seen it once. What's funny in there?
Donnie, you want to like tune out for a second?
When the bear
there?
rapes him?
No, you've told us the story before. I've forgotten it, but I remember.
Rape's not funny, Chris.
I know, that's why I'm not doing it. Ugh. Yes, I know that. No, the story is no longer good anymore.
I just tanked your joke.
No, it's when he crawls into the horse. When he's inside the
'cause
horse.
it's,
Like you were
I just-
thinking Tauntaun.
Because I'm thinking like, oh, the only thing worse that can happen to this guy is if he just climbs into that horse after it's dead. Like, oh my gosh, he did it. But I'm thinking it in my head. So, in the middle of a theater,
Yeah.
it was not a good thing.
I wonder if that like is referencing something that somebody like actually did.
It's
at some
supposedly
point, and
based on a true story, right?
That's where Star Wars got it from. Like
Oh.
if you're in the wilderness in the cold, like this is the way to survive. It probably happened to somebody.
Yeah.
And that story got around like, oh my God, he literally cut open a horse and crawled inside. So they did that with the Tauntauns.
That's why you don't go into the wilderness or the cold.
That sounds terrible.
There's really no reason to be out there. I mean, literally, like we have like dominated this planet. We've invented cities and communal living. Why would you
invented
go
cities.
out? Why would you go be free? No.
And delicious heating
go
coils.
to
Right?
Range Outdoors.
I'm just saying, like we've evolved to this point. Like,
Okay,
why go back?
no,
Why go
there
backwards?
is something to be said about being
able to survive.
Being able to survive.
No, I
So
agree.
I get
I'm
it. But
making a
they-
joke.
Like they were though. No, in the Revenant, what pissed me off is whenever they went to fill up their canteens, they went into the middle of the river, and like their feet are in the middle of the river. It's like there's no way that those things are like waterproof. So you're just walking around with freezing cold shoes, boots,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know, man. It pisses me off every time.
Well,
But-
water from the middle of the river tastes better, though. It's worth it.
It's moving faster, less likely to have like animal dung and stuff probably floating in it.
I'd
but-
rather drink poop water than have wet shoes in
Well,
the middle.
because but you get sick, and remember they didn't have antibiotics. Well, I guess they would have had. I mean, they probably don't have many on them.
That's how you develop the antibodies. You drink river water from the side of the river.
Yeah, no, I was
I
gonna say
guarantee you
antibiotics,
these guys
but
with their rotten teeth weren't that big
I
on
can't, remember, I
hygiene.
can't remember the era. That would be like late 1800s, right? So they hadn't developed antibiotics yet.
No.
So yeah,
It's been antibiotic.
so these
doc.
guys
Zach
take,
Jackson.
take extra precautions. But okay, so yeah, they walk into the middle of the river. Yeah, now you've got wet, soggy feet,
Yes.
socks, which is the part in your body that's not going to dry.
No.
Like everything else will get more exposure to air, but
Yes.
your feet don't.
Yeah.
Like we went to Magic Mountain this weekend, and I was telling my kids because we went on Roaring Rapids, I think is what it
Yeah.
is.
Good job.
And every time I get on those rides, I always take off my socks.
Absolutely.
I just take them off and put them in my pocket. And I told my boys, like, you don't want wet socks. everything else will dry eventually. Your socks will not.
Yep.
So I know that.
I think it was
You'd think they would know that. Don't
Were
get
they
your
wearing
socks
sandals?
wet.
That's why Crocs are so prevalent.
I think it was preferable to die of pneumonia than it was to die of dysentery.
Ooh,
So
man. I'd rather die of both of those than have wet socks. Like, that sounds horrible. Just thinking about it. It's coming from the guy who won't wear any socks that don't have a seam in the right
know, right?
spot. Yeah.
that don't
Maybe
have
that's
a seam
why.
at all.
So he
What
can
if they
wade
were
into
wet?
the middle of a river. 'Cause they won't take on any water.
I mean, there's a chance that they're like, they were using like oiled leather or
I have
whatever.
an idea. I have an invention. Hydrophobic socks.
They're called plastic bags.
I know, right? They're making all these new materials that are hydrophobic and stuff. Like they didn't make
It is
hydrophobic
weird.
socks.
I have seen people do the thing where they pour on the shirts, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
how do you clean it? But I guess it's like,
It's not going to get dirty.
I mean,
If it's hydrophobic, then it's probably going to be dirtophobic.
but I'm not even talking about, what about your sweat? It just,
It's going to slide right off.
but it's just like, I just don't, here's the thing. I believe that is the correct answer. I don't believe that, especially with people that I know,
Chris is like, let's put this to the test.
they say they're
They've
immortal.
never seen me sweat.
That's exactly it. Like, I don't believe, like, we put that to the test.
Yeah.
You know, 300 from the summer trash.
I don't like that it's called hydrophobic.
What? Because it's afraid of water.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's hydrophobia.
I'm not wearing that cowardly ass shirt.
Don't put me in the water, please. Don't wear me into the middle of a river.
I saw Jaws once. It's gonna come out of the toilet.
It's just like, just from you sweating, it's just afraid everywhere.
Yeah.
The shirt like is like moving away from your body. It's just like all like blown up, like you have like air inside of it.
You're about to meet the queen and it leaps off of your body and is cowering in the corner.
Didn't they call rabies hydrophobia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're wearing these rabies shirts?
Well, because
heard
if
that.
you have rabies, you like won't drink,
Oh,
right?
Oh, never had rabies.
No, wait.
You had
what was it?
rabies?
It was a different time in the 70s.
No, I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Old Yeller?
No, I'm just thinking of. We had a dog that had parvo for some
Different,
reason. So,
yeah.
exactly. Very different.
Now
But
they have shots
but they
for
can't
parvo,
drink because
but-
they'll just vomit it up. So you have to. We actually took a syringe and saved our dog from parvo. It got sick as a puppy.
Yeah.
And we just took a syringe and just every once in a while just give it just a few drops. Because if you give it too much, then they just vomit it back up, and that's what they actually die from is dehydration. Really brought this down.
Jeez,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Talking about sick, dying puppies.
Hold on. I got this.
Oh man,
Fart noise.
Manzukis every time they play a clip. He's,
I haven't listened to HDTGM in a while.
really,
Just listen to us.
It seems like it's easier to say, how did this get made?
It is.
it is absolutely. They're hit or miss with the movies they pick.
They've been doing such obscure. I listened to the Van Helsing episode that has Seth Rogen on it.
Yeah, anything with Seth Rogen, I'm gonna listen to because it's just hilarious. He's constantly having a hard time breathing.
Yeah. Mike also had said, because I had posted that infographic, like Arthur is the producer, Cobb is the director. He says, so does that make Maul the film critic? Like, I hate this crap. Stab. Because like we
I'd
said, the
rather kill
fish.
myself than stay watching this. Yeah,
You're waiting for a train. Oh man, that was sad.
go ahead and watch that.
My
another
friend.
episode.
My
No,
friend.
Maul ruins everything, so she must be the fan base.
She's
fanboys,
she's the piss boys.
Yeah,
She's the piss babies. Did you guys see Disney Plus? They released their
streaming service.
the streaming service.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know
It's coming in November.
which sucks because all the Marvel movies they've been putting on Netflix, that's
They're
going
gone.
to disappear.
How much do you think it is a month?
It's going to be probably, I'm going to say $11.99.
$11.99. What do you think, Donnie?
$12.37.
1 cent, Bob. $6.99,
Okay.
Huh.
and then $69 for a year, so you get 2 months off
If you buy in bulk.
if you buy in bulk. Yeah, if you do the Winco route.
I don't know. Like,
I'm 100% going to do it. My girls, Disney movies, plus all the new Star Wars content that's going to go on
Yeah.
there. All of the, like, we're going to get stuff from the vault. Like,
should
Donnie
have,
will
like,
finally get to watch the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you think that's all coming? How they announced that?
Yeah. Everything. Everything from the vault's going on there.
I want to like push back.
We can
because
finally
I
watch
don't-
Hannah Montana.
I want to not support it because I just don't like the idea of every studio and network and corporation deciding that they're going to have their own streaming service. And now you've got like 15 services.
We're basically back to cable and having to
That's exactly
buy.
what it is. They're forcing us back. We escaped for about, I don't know, a decade. But
no commercials.
Huh? Yeah, but the
No,
point is,
you guys are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
You guys are 100% correct. But I'm definitely going to buy the Disney
I think it's a
Plus.
good bet.
kids, yeah, for sure.
It's a good bet to get the Disney one because they're going to own everything anyway. So you'll just have to have the one.
And that's it. Just over
But
time.
you'll have to.
There's gonna be
Oh, hell
transition.
Disney.
There's gonna be
Hell
some-
Disney.
There's gonna be some growing pains when the transition.
Yeah.
But
They're gonna have
eventually,
they're gonna have
Disney
growing
will
pains on
own
there.
everything, and then I'll just get rid of Netflix and just watch the Disney one.
Yeah.
Did you know Leonardo DiCaprio was on Growing Pains?
Yes, I did. That's where it's going with it.
That's why I said it,
That's
guys.
so
That's why I
good.
said it. Yeah, I knew exactly what I was saying.
Disney is NBN. That's just that's their thing now.
the media megacorp.
Yeah.
What's that from? Was that from Eve?
Netrunner.
Don't tell him.
Oh, no.
Damn it. I wanted to leave him hanging.
I
right
have
there.
played one
Let him
game of
guess.
Netrunner, played one game, and I won.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
Never going to play it
Retire
again.
in glory.
100%. Just like Matt should never play Hero Clicks again.
Yeah.
Because he beat me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, done. But yeah, I just was shocked at that was just not that. I'm obvious it's going to go up. Of course it's going to go up. But like, it's going to be
Yeah.
great. I'm
They'll-
going to get it day one for sure.
Corporate shill.
Yes, absolutely. Have you not met me? When I one time like played a song at Woodstock and just went conformity. Hey, knock it off.
Learn the rules. Donnie, you know what we're talking about at all?
That's a Family Guy thing.
Family Guy.
Oh,
But no, I'm like, I totally hit home with that. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. Conformity's great. My name is Chris.
Chris was there at that Woodstock with the one guy just putting his lighter up in the air, to the conformity song.
Bro, you get it. I totally get you, bro. No, rule following works. It's worked so far.
Yeah, but that's how you're just like a sheep just being led into the slaughter.
Yes. It's great. That's what sheeps are for. Sheeps are
You want
for.
to be a sheep?
No, I'm not. I'm a sheeple. It's a little different. No, you know what it is that they talk about the road, the road that's like the worn down road. It's like, yeah, it's because that's nice. It's nice and smooth. I'm not going to like jump off a bridge or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if they're going to say, but Disney has yet to let me down. Yeah. So
Broad and spacious is the road leading off to destruction, yet cramped and narrow is the road leading off to life.
yeah, destruction sounds awesome. So hotline?
Let's hit that hotline.
No, when that hotline bling, can only mean one thing.
So we're getting to the hotline. Justin Winters, one of our friends of the show, he was the most recent mystery caller.
What do you mean?
Remember the couple weeks ago?
He emulated.
Winters did it, and he's like, "Hey, did you get a call from the mystery caller?" Like, yeah, it was funny. It's very timely. He's like, "That was me this time. I wanted to see if Brondon was like listening."
Oh, he never chimed in.
And he
about
never
it.
chimed in about it. So
I think we
Bronzo,
we heard
I
him.
really think we hurt his feelings about making fun of his name. I'm not going to stop.
Sorry, Benvolio.
So Ben Folds 5 is just such a great guy, and he started the mystery caller thing. But yeah, it was Justin, and he texted me. He's like, "You guys didn't say anything." Well, we just thought it was Benvolio, and so yeah, Bento Box.
Backstreet Boy. You should come back and listen to the show.
I like Boston.
I like
More
Boston.
than a feeling. That's a good. Yeah. Anyway, Holly, what we got?
First caller. Well, what's your query?
Go ahead.
Hey, Donnie. Hey, Cory.
What's Topher?
Toph from Gravity Beer and the Podfix Network.
He didn't say hi to
I want
me.
to call in and haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Because you're off the show.
I'm really excited that you're doing an episode on Leonardo DiCaprio. He's great.
He is
Matter
great.
of fact, I think he's probably up there with some of the acting legends of our day. You know, the Harrison Fords and the Robert De Niro's of the day. I think he's one of the best of all time, even though he's not nearly their age. Speaking of his age, he and I are actually the same age, except I'm just a few months older than him.
Ooh.
But anyway, my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio projects, this is probably going to surprise you until you think about it, and then you're going to agree with me. My favorite thing he's ever done was when he played the role of Josh on Critters 3 in 1991.
Yeah, he wasn't one of the critters.
was he?
Although, if I really think about it a little bit more, I also really liked his stint on Growing Pains.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the best. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to ask you guys was, Cory and Donnie, do you think that Chris has expressed enough appreciation for you guys letting him be on your show all this time?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, me either. Anyway, I personally really enjoyed the show, even with Chris on it. Well, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Love the show. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Thanks, Toph. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. How's Dallas at this time of year? Probably bad.
Probably not that bad yet. I bet they have a decent spring like we do, and then it gets miserable.
Yeah.
You think it's hot there? It just goes from cold to hot?
I think it goes from like not as racist to super racist.
Different kind of climate.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Geopolitically.
Yeah.
What else you got?
All right, next caller.
Like you're saying next caller now. It's good.
What up, guys? This is Chrissy Winters.
There she is.
Chrissy.
I'm married a movie geek, and I am leaving you a voicemail because, holy crap, that Leo episode was only the best thing I've ever
Right?
put my
What?
hands on. I can't thank you guys enough because, frankly, I was that 13/14-year-old girl that you guys kept going back to when you're talking
That
about
Chris
Romeo
hated.
and Juliet and Titanic specifically. And I mean, once a Leo lover, always a Leo lover. Chris, I'm glad you came around, by the way. I know you hated him back then, but now you love him. Maybe one day we could sit together and watch either R&J or Titanic together and cry our eyes out, because that is what you do when you watch a performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. You cry your eyes out, and then you take your Titanic scrapbook, and then you sit in the dark with it, and you listen to the music, and then you cry a little more, and then... Wait, I'm sorry, was that just me? Oh, sorry. Sometimes
No,
they
Chris
forget
could
that
probably
my
relate.
I cry all
obsessions
the
are,
time.
not everybody's.
Into your scrapbook.
Anyway, thanks for a great episode, guys. Let the Leo love continue.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call.
Hey, Justin, that's how it's done, man. You do those type of episodes for people. It's like, hey, it's come up. It's like, yeah, we came up to do an episode with Justin. You must watch Basket Case and Monkey Shines. What did we give him when he came in here? He got to watch The Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually not supposed to keep going back to 13 and 14-year-old girls. Stupid judge.
For example, I was using Elise as the example, but she is right. Yeah. And also, I didn't say it. 13, 14-year-old boys. They were out there. Or grown-ass men just out there loving that Leo. My dad liked Titanic.
When 13 or 14-year-old girls were watching those movies, yeah, Donnie was a full-blown adult.
It's true. No, my dad loved Titanic when he first saw it, except for Rose. I was telling him we watched, hey, Dad, guess what movie I just watched? I said, it's Titanic. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, that Rose. He's
Rose.
like, yes, that's exactly what he
I've
said.
never gotten over it.
He's like, loved the spectacle of it. And Leo's great in it, but man, freaking Rose, man. It's just like, yeah. And he said basically the same thing. Your granddaughter's right there. Anyway.
So specifically Old Rose.
Old Rose
Okay.
specifically. Yeah. No, he liked, he loves Kate Winslet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
Yeah.
And his favorite movie is, his two favorite movies are Moulin Rouge and The Breakfast Club. Those are his two favorite movies.
Yeah.
That's
So-
so weird.
Right? For Salt of
Your
Your
dad is weird.
Yeah,
That
what would
is
you
weird.
expect his favorite movies to be?
Like Shane
Yeah.
and Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yep, that's pretty cool. I mean, he loves,
I've heard those movies.
those are old man Western
Never
movies.
heard of Outlaw Josie Wales?
Or Shane?
No.
Shane! Did you see Wolverine?
You gonna pull those pistols or whistle
Logan movie?
Dixie?
Did you see
Yeah.
Logan?
Yeah,
that's Shane.
where he dies.
Yeah, that's Shane. that entire movie is just
Spoiler
Shane. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
you a bounty hunter?
Shoot, I've never seen it.
God,
I just know what it is.
man's got to do something for a living. Diane ain't much of a living boy.
See, there you go. It's good.
Well, now I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah, I
Outlaw
know.
Josie Wales is
And
like
scene.
the most quotable Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
No, he loves old war movies too. Obviously, Quigley Down Under is a Brayton family favorite.
That's right. Yeah.
So
that makes
that's-
sense. That one makes
yeah.
sense.
That's everybody's
Yeah.
dad, like top 10.
except for freaking Dave from Super Movie Brothers, give it like a 6 out of 10.
Come on, Chris. Dun-dun-dun.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my gosh, I could watch it right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's so good.
God, we need to come up with a greatest hits album for our podcast.
Just
Go
us,
back
but it's just us singing though.
It's just us doing all that stuff. That's
not greatest hits bits. Just us singing instrumentals.
Is that all the way back to Bunker One?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, those was the days, man.
They were fun. They were hard. They were really hard.
They were really hard.
We had no room. We were so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never taken a picture of the inside of Bunker 1.0. I need to.
Yeah.
Bunker 2.0 is so much nicer.
The geopolitical climate in that
Oh,
Bunker 1
it's heavy, man.
As someone of small stature who's immune to heat, I didn't mind.
Yeah, you were
Bunker.
fine.
Bunker 1 was fine.
There were times when me and Cory were soaked.
We'd stop and like with paper towels and just dab the sweat off our body.
I think I ended up I bought one of those like, they were like these neoprene sleeves that you put in an ice pack and you put it around your neck. That was the only way that I survived in it. Because the air conditioning, you could not have it on. We had it on for episode 1.
It was so loud.
About as loud as those birds that I told you were going to be.
No, nowhere near.
You guys
don't know the editing I had to do to cut that AC out.
I know,
it was
man.
bad.
But like,
You guys were
we live and learn.
dripping. I had leg warmers on.
More than I'm doing the flash dance.
Yeah,
I've never seen flash dance either.
I've never seen it either.
No, it doesn't seem like there used
I
to
know
be a
I've
reason.
seen it, but like way, way back.
What a feeling. That's what I was trying to say.
Maniac on the bone. And she's dancing like she never danced before.
That's what I would do in the bunker with my leg warmers.
But nothing else.
And then
he
when-
would wear nothing
When
else
the
but
episode
like
was done, then he'd do that whole like back bend and dump the water on
number
her.
water.
Another one in the bag, boys.
It's important to have rituals.
So, we don't clink glasses. We watch Donnie drench himself with water. We got anything else?
We got one more V-mail. Let's hit it.
I don't like V-mail. I don't like that.
Don't like that?
No.
We got
Let's try it again. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's up, more gooder than? This is the philatolist himself.
It's Dave.
Just finished the last
Hey, boss.
when Donnie met Leo episode. Thought it was great.
Thanks, man.
My favorite Leo film has to be The Departed. That's probably the best one, I think.
All right.
It's like in my top 5 movies of all time.
Really?
That's
I
solid.
also like Catch Me If You Can.
I've only seen 6
Catch
movies.
Me If You Can's a
But I
great
tend
movie.
to like the Martin Scorsese films, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about James Cameron versus Martin Scorsese.
Cameron
so
every day.
Oh, it's
interested to see who you guys think's the better director. All right,
All
cool.
right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
I mean, Scorsese makes some great films, no doubt, but James Cameron films,
Spectacle man.
I can watch them
Yes.
over and over
Mhm.
and enjoy them every single time. Whereas, like, you see the Scorsese film, it's like, okay, cool. I'm done with that.
I'm
Like, I don't
done,
need to see
and
it again.
it is important to me now.
Yeah.
Cameron's like, hey, aliens on
Yeah.
again? Yeah, I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, Terminator.
Cameron overall, but probably if you were to select like individual like great films,
Sure.
Scorsese above Cameron.
Yeah, if you had to make a list of like
Yeah.
the top 5 movies you have to see in your lifetime, Scorsese is probably going to be on that list. But
Every
but-
time I
but
watch
as far
this-
as like movies watching over and over again and enjoying them
every
as
time.
much
Yeah.
or more the next time, it's Cameron.
you have True Lies.
I'm watching
Terminator 2.
Aliens right now.
Yeah, Aliens. Yeah, like on the DL. Another glorious
Yeah.
day in the car.
But no, I forgot about The Departed. That was a
Departed.
That was a great movie. I have seen that one.
It's good. That was one of his choices. He was going to go back and forth. He had actually said, "Hey, I want to do Scorsese Leo films." So he's going to do like Wolf of Wall Street and Departed.
He would've-
and I'm like, we got a Leo up.
We did
Coming
have-
to
we
the
had
work.
talked about
We
it,
had
yeah.
talked about it. So, cool. We'll do these ones. And I was super happy with what we did. Cool.
All right.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so good. Are you all caught up?
No, we're still yeah, actually we are. We're watching them live now.
So,
Yeah.
you saw the guest,
Who?
Amy's sister, Amy Santiago's brother. I mean,
Wait, was there a new one this week?
yeah.
Oh, okay, we have not caught
Okay,
up.
there was the 2 weeks ago. There was a
The last one
special.
I saw was like the therapist one, right? Maybe.
Okay,
Dude, you're like 4 behind.
and then now there's one after that.
I don't watch
and there
it.
is a special guest star that we know and love very much. It plays
Manzukis comes back.
Amy's. No, he doesn't. It's Amy Santiago's brother.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Her brother. Who was it? I'm trying to think of who played it.
Lynn.
Oh, it is Lin-Manuel
Lin-Manuel
Miranda.
Miranda.
Yeah,
And
yes, it is.
I even said, I really hope, Because they're talking about how perfect her brother is. I bet it's Lin-Manuel.
That's funny.
Like,
Yeah, that's right. We did see that one. That one was good.
This great, but no, James Cameron. I could watch almost all James Cameron films in a row, and I'd call it a great day. And
if you do that, you could actually get into a rotation where by the time you're finished with the last one, go back to the first one, and it still feels fresh and good. Fun.
Yeah.
James Cameron films include Avatar and Titanic. That is not a great day. That's like a great week.
That's a great week.
Yeah.
But just like even
would it be possible to watch all of James Cameron's greatest hits in one day?
No,
right?
No.
It's seemingly impossible.
have you guys seen The Abyss?
Great movie
With Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Do you watch it with all the extended scenes?
Yes, you have to. I think it makes it a much more important film.
Yeah.
Without the extended version, I don't think it's as good a film. It is really underrated. Like it's an incredible film.
It's a great movie. Really
It's so good. And like you guys know I don't like deep water stuff and all of like but like I think that adds to the tension. When he's letting the water when Ed Harris is letting the water fill up in front of his and it's like, well, you're the strongest swimmer, huh? Christoph, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Cameron,
that is a very
I am in an
touching scene where he's
incredible
like,
minority.
where she's like, kick off your weights and swim back right now. And he's like, I think I'm going to sit down for a while. It's like that. Like you're kind of like there with her, like, no, you fool, you got to swim. But he was like, what, like,
Oh no,
how
he
many
wouldn't
miles
even,
down?
He wouldn't even have made it.
No,
like a quarter of the way up.
Yeah,
with his Liquid O2. Is that real? Liquid O2?
Oh yeah, that's legit stuff.
It's not like I know Liquid O2 exists. I'm saying like the liquid oxygen, the breathable stuff.
Yeah, I do believe that it is like a legit technology.
Someone chime in on that because I think no, I think it is too. I would like
how prevalent is it? How often is it used?
Can you do it? Because I know there's compressed air and then there's rescrubbers. Ones that basically like recycle your air as opposed to, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that movie was obviously fiction. I don't think that we can go down that deep simply for the pressure.
Yeah.
But
could you imagine those? That was incredible acting on his part too when they put that on. It's like, okay, breathe it in. You can do it. Yeah. Your brain just doesn't even.
Yeah, when he vomits it out and gets that first breath of actual oxygen, like could you imagine? Because like like if I swallow wrong and some spit goes in my, I'm dying in that moment. Don't imagine if you just had lungs full of liquid.
You never feel as inept as when you choke on your own spit. It's like I've been doing this my entire life. You failed me, body. You failed me. And you're just like, oh, that's it.
At breathing. Oh man. But yeah, just what that would feel like. You would like when you swallow that spit and you're trying to cough it out, it's like it feels like it takes 5 minutes to get like your composure back. Like imagine having all that liquid in and you're trying to like vomit it out and then taking actual oxygen, but it's being blocked because you still have that stuff in there.
Oh,
yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
And the mind F of not breathing with your lungs not moving, but you're still.
Well, I don't even know how to.
Some psychological training.
Don't even know how to.
You've never seen Abyss, Donnie?
I thought I had, but none of this sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
It's a very, very
I remember it coming out.
Yeah.
And I remember the trailer, but maybe I haven't seen it.
It's basically like Alien underwater, except for nothing's hunting. It's not a horror. It's more of just like a sort of a magical film.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you have all those characters.
So nothing like Alien.
I know, right? Yeah. Instead of space horror, it's deep sea like drama.
It's like the opposite of Alien, but it's underwater.
Yeah. Which is a similar inhospitable environment where you can't breathe in it.
Nance Corner? Support yourself a nice glass of sarsaparilla. Sit in a rocking chair. Cuddle up with a nice blanket. Because it's time for Nance Corner. I had posted for Nance Corner. If you could choose 2 living celebrities to be your parents, who would you choose? Let's say they have to be 16 years or older than you. 16 yeyears older than you, at minimum.
Dude, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, who you got?
Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, that's a fantastic one. I said Tom Hanks and Oprah.
Yeah.
Those are good Christmases.
Terry Crews would be up there.
Is he 16 years older than you?
Oprah would be a little confusing for me. I kind of got a thing.
Oh, that was it. So that's what I said too. So I started looking through actresses that are 16 years older than me. Like, man, I am wildly attracted to all of these. This wouldn't work. So
Yeah, it kind of limits my choices too.
Yeah.
16 years older, there's nobody alive that's 16 years older than me.
Oprah's older than 16 years older than you.
Nah.
And so then the first one that pops up was Helen Mirren. I'm like, nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Equally confusing.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all. No, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen would be that's fantastic. We had so many good ones in there, but the funniest thing, this is why it's Dan's Corner, is that she said, well, I wouldn't trade the pops I had for anybody in the world, but I think Lily Tomlinson would be a cool mom. Friggin' autocorrect! I said Lily Tomlin. That's your mom. Name's Corner. No, yeah, Lily Tomlin would be a lot of fun. But there's actually a lot. So Paris from Dungeons and Dragons had said that she wanted Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then, but that was on Facebook. Zach commented on Instagram, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. And she goes, Zach, did you see me comment on the Facebook page, or are we actually meant to be brother and sister? And he's like, that would definitely be awkward.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's so funny. She was super thankful for all of the shout outs we gave on the last Goodie Bag too, which is well deserved and everything. So good. Did you see they're making it like a rule book? Did you see that?
Making what, a rule book?
So he wants to make Luke wants to make an entire edition to the Dungeons and Dragons like codex.
Nice.
For Australia.
That's awesome.
Fantasy Australia.
I've seen him post about different.
He's doing a huge undertaking, and
that's a lot of work.
But like,
plus he's drawing all the little Bogenbrooks, which is great art.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're really good.
Is that going to be like going Kickstarter or something?
No, he's doing it all just on. I would totally.
Yeah, I want to hurl money into his face.
Yeah, Luke.
Luke.
Hit us up, man. I was
Kickstart
like, hey, can we be on your show? Just like as like the dirty American, or we could be European and bring in Fantasy Europe, which would be just regular.
We're just constantly eating corn dogs.
No. We'd be like a hoity-toity, a Eurocentric Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I'm sorry, in high fantasy,
yeah,
that's a beholder, not a beer holder.
Like the Clash of the Worlds, like the two different worlds.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be really good, actually. Hey guys, you guys seem really cool. No, it's fine. And that was Nan's Corner.
It's good.
More Gooder Than is proud to be sponsored by Range Outdoors. Range provides high quality and stylish apparel for people who want to, as they put it, go be free. They are a group of fishermen, climbers, backpackers, hunters, mountain bikers, and outdoor enthusiasts that want to help conserve and protect the environment they love for our future generations. They give their time and donate a portion of proceeds to conservation efforts. Head to range-outdoors.myshopify.com to check out their entire catalog.
It's good.
MGT Light?
MGT Light.
MGT
What
Light.
are we talking about today, boys?
We went to the Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
Oh boy, was it funny.
Fun trip with
My
Home
butt
Tree.
hurt so much.
What were you doing? I was watching the show.
No, driving. Just like at the end of it, just like my butt hurts.
That's what, 4.5 hours each way?
That was a long trek.
3.25.
I got to give credit to Chris because like he was just
booking it.
Yeah, like on it with driving, man.
I can't sleep in the car.
Even I fell asleep a little bit. Try to stay awake.
You did. Cory was okay. Galindo out immediately. So we put on. I even texted you, say, "Hey, we're listening to Androids and Aliens."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, cool." And Donnie was like, "Oh, cool." Galindo was out 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like he slept for 3 hours.
You know what happened to me? I used to be really solid when it came to driving and never get tired while driving. After doing Race Across America, where we had to like suffer through that and drive, and you were just exhausted. Now, when it gets dark and I'm driving, I get tired. I don't like it. The bright lights, everything, it makes me just want to close my eyes. And it sucks because I had a pretty solid
I don't think that's
tolerance for it.
Race Across America. I think that's
just getting old.
Getting into your late 30s. Yeah.
So we stopped at Harris Ranch to get some
beef,
some beef jerky. And it was good, huh?
I wouldn't know.
No, what happened?
Ask my dog.
No.
Yes.
No.
It sounds like we don't need to ask your dog. It was fantastic.
Your dog is dead now, right?
We made him into jerky. We had some dog jerky, but
no,
yeah, I got a good couple of like 3 or 4
he got a lot.
big slices.
He got like a quarter pound,
because
right?
I was taking it home to my wife. We like beef jerky, and we like a very specific kind of beef jerky. We don't like the crap that's all like super slimy and moist. We want that good, dry, thin cut jerky, that real jerky. And so I got a couple big slabs and was going to take it home. You guys were enjoying yours in the car. I was like, okay. I think I munched on like a little piece just to get a flavor, but I was saving it to go share with her. And anyways, I'd gone. That was a Tuesday we went, so I went to work the next day.
Oh, did you go to work the next day?
Yeah, I went to work the next day, and then we were going to eat it that night watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And came home. The dog had gotten in my room and ate it all.
Oh, that sucks.
I was pissed.
It's not cheap too. That's the thing. It's not. So I got it for my dad, and I was just going to have like a bite or two because my dad just raves about it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, on the trip home, I was so sleepy. Like, sorry, Dad. Just like munching down on it, but it was delicious.
It is funny that like you rationalize like, oh, I need to eat something to wake myself up. When really, once you're digesting that, it just makes you more tired.
It is. I mean, like biologically, you're saying yes. Mentally, chewing on something will keep you
awake
awake.
for that moment.
Yeah,
but it's gonna make you more tired afterwards. Yeah.
That's like a Goofus and Gallant thing. The McElroys let their dad retire from their podcast. Chris eats his dad's jerky on the way home.
Oh my gosh!
Too good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But honestly, it was the best. That was so funny.
It's really good. Yeah,
that was the best live show of all their live shows.
I think so. I mean, I'm not just saying that because I was there.
No, exactly.
Like, it was funny. They were just firing on all cylinders.
Oh.
Seeing them act it out too. Like when Clint
Dylan.
Yeah, that was great. There was a lot of funny jokes in there. But like when Clint tried to, I can't remember what spell he was casting. And
Zone of Truth.
No.
He cast
and
the fog.
Griffin gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
And then like it worked out. And
Thunderbolt. He cast the lightning spell.
Anyway, when he stood up and like slammed down his spell cards, and the crowd just went nuts. That was a lot of fun.
And the Griffin's like, all he did was do something normal in your chewing. Remember, he was under the table. He was like, yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
It was so good though, man. I mean, that place was packed.
Yeah.
And we had
it was.
And we had Roby McRoberson next to us.
Just like these 3 brothers and their dad started a podcast. It was like a side thing, and like they're selling out like large, or arena, not an arena, but a
large theater. It's bigger
halls.
than Fox. It sat more than Fox Theater.
And everybody there was just like so into it. There was a ton of cosplay. People who went all out on their costumes
from characters from every single arc too.
Yeah.
There were some deep cuts
There
too.
was definitely some deep
My
cuts.
favorite one, hands down though, if you're a Taz fan and I'm a Bim Bam fan, there was Garfield, the Deals Warlock, trying to sell a haunted doll, which is haunted doll watches from a Bim Bam, where they would go onto eBay and there was a specific area to buy haunted dolls. And it was about freaking out the brothers, and they would give like these backstories to why the doll was haunted. Comedy gold. And so Garfield the Deals Warlock, who runs the Fantasy Costco.
I've heard of that character.
Come true.
Yeah.
Got a deal for you.
So good.
Did you guys come away with any good merch?
There was posters, and that's it.
Really? No shirts or anything?
Nothing. They're actually I
That's
have
signed graphic novels,
That's
but
true.
I've already bought it 3 times. So
I don't need
bought
it.
it thrice. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
I
buy it
know.
anymore.
But I ran into my brother-in-law. He lives in Oakland, and we've talked about how much we love Taz together.
We didn't see this. Chris just disappeared, and he did complain of coming home and his ass hurt.
It's true.
I don't know who he
My
met.
brother-in-law.
I don't know who he met.
But they anyway, it was fantastic. It was hilarious. But we had this guy that parked next to us, and we walked next to him, and he was just in a robe, and we kept saying like, man, that's not real cosplay. It looks like he's wearing a blanket.
Before that, though,
Yeah.
we didn't know we parked.
No, he didn't park next. We didn't know we parked.
We were driving into the parking structure, and we see people walk by, and we were talking about like, oh man, everybody's really dressed up, and then we just saw that guy like in sweats and a robe. We're like, oh, not that guy.
So we call him
And
like
then-
Roby McRobe face or
Yeah,
something
we
like
just
that.
had this like running gag about this guy, and so we used to go and park somewhere.
Yeah.
And we walk out, we go get some dinner. I think we saw him one more time walking
Yeah.
just along the street. We go sit down. He's sitting directly next to us. So we're like, God, we can't get away from this guy.
In the theater.
He's
in the theater with thousands of seats.
Not with any of the rest of his friends. He's just there by himself.
By himself. And then
we walk back out and we go to our car and he's there at the car that was parked next to us. We're like, we can't get away from this guy.
And so I looked, hail and well met, my dude. Which is very funny if you were a Taz fan. But I got Donnie to say that he's going to listen to it after he finishes all 400 episodes of Glass Cannon.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it.
Fingers crossed.
Last we talked about podcasts, I had not partook of Andrews and Aliens
very
yet.
good.
And I have to come back now and say, like, it's one of my new favorites. I'm hooked on it.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Oh, the thing is
It's as good as Taz.
there are
No
room to enjoy more than one thing.
doubt. No, that definitely.
It's true. It's very true. Why I only like this? Well, you could like two things. No, it's and you listen. We listened to some of Bim Bam on the way up there. You enjoyed it. I mean, you just like the McElroy brothers. So
Yeah,
I have
they
decided
got
that I
fun.
like Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh, that's blasphemous.
Wrong. I too like that. Speaking of Star Wars, nice segue. That was really good.
Yeah.
I did it on purpose. I
Today
guess.
on Friday, Star Wars Celebration Day, they dropped The Rise of Skywalker Episode 9 trailer. Me and Cory have seen it. Donnie has not seen it.
Nope.
I am jazzed beyond belief. Cory is fair to middling.
I don't care for trailers personally. I was not going to watch it until I had a discussion with a couple of the gentlemen in my office. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. It's good.
It is the what's the word I'm looking for? The most scantily of teaser, the most teaser of teaser trailers. There's nothing in there except for like some really cool.
And
bits.
Ray is scantily clad. Like you see some boobies.
It's really all right. So Donnie is watching the trailer. So me and Cory are gonna do voiceovers for the whole thing.
Well, I don't remember enough of it. I can't see it.
we'll just mess around.
All right.
Luke,
Yes. I don't know.
how's it going, son?
Not good.
Why is it not going good?
I'm dead.
You're dead.
Okay, I can kind of hear it. Hold on.
Spoilers now. Oh, we don't need to do.
Okay.
Well, we can. Breathing.
Yeah, there's heavy breathing. You're not
Heavy
sure if it's
breathing.
sex or if it's tired.
Yeah.
She's a very square face.
Yeah. I think she's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I'm just not a big fan of Ray, honestly. Like
I love Ray. You don't have daughters, man. That's really what it
that's
is.
what it is. They made a Star Wars for
everyone.
for this generation for a female heroine. But
I love heroin.
I feel like there's better females that they could have cast. And
Oh,
she's all
she's
right.
so good.
Yeah, she's all right.
But hold on. I mean, we're
my
not
favorite
going to
part.
listen to the trailer while he listens to it. The lightsaber noise.
My favorite part is the
You shouldn't fly a TIE fighter that low.
No, you really shouldn't.
my favorite part is the sound of the TIE fighter in
Yeah.
the distance. You just hear it. Like
This
you
is
can't
hands
even
down
see it, but you
the
know
worst
it's there.
segment we have ever done
For
ever.
sure. Yeah.
Nothing has ever been worse than this. What was
Donnie
happening
has a
right
smile on his face.
now? I know he does. No one ever really gone.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is, right? Ooh. And it's blue. The lettering is blue.
Yeah.
For Last Jedi, it was red.
I got a nerd boner.
Yes, you do.
See,
so good.
That's the stuff that like I don't pay attention to or care. Like people are like, oh, it's not gold. It's blue. Like
It's all means something, though.
what does it mean?
It's about balance. No, I mean serious.
We're back on Taz.
We're back on balance. Now the balance. Anyway, great, right? You guys see some Lando, some mother flipping Palpatine laughing at the end of it.
TIE fighter in atmosphere.
Yeah,
Awesome. With the
It was a
noise.
TIE silencer.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it
That
looked like
too small to be a silencer.
It
It looked like a regular
an
interceptor.
at first, but I actually
Ooh.
nerd alert here. I went and looked up the difference between the silencer and the TIE fighter.
You know what this means? New stuff for X-Wing.
Interceptor. The cockpit is more angular on the silencer.
You put a
Okay.
big emphasis on cock when you said that.
Well, I
the
mean,
cockpit.
the ship
is more
itself though
angular.
is large, and it looked like. I mean, she just leapt over it. It looked like a normal size
It's a force jump.
So We've got First Order TIE Fighters in X-Wing. We've got the TIE Silencer.
Maybe there's First Order Interceptors.
First Order Interceptors.
Noise.
I am on board with that.
Noise. It's actually similar to the Yoda's. Yoda has a TIE fighter.
Yo, man, fuck Yoda.
I know. Okay. Do you think Yoda's ever had sex? Feels good. That does. I'm really excited about it. I've been so pumped for Endgame. I was talking with some of my bros, and it was just like, oh, I've been so Endgamed.
That's super soon, right?
Yeah, it's next week.
Okay.
So like the end of the first real arc of the MCU is coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to be losing lots of the old guard, huge changing of the guard for new people taking the spotlight from Cap and Iron Man and stuff. And so it's like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so it really is. It's insane.
I think the first movie after this will be the Negasonic Teenage Warhead, like standalone.
Be good though. I'd watch that. Anyway, I'm really excited for it. And so, but then I kind of, not that I forget that episode 9's coming. It's just like, I'm just super MCU right now.
It's cool that they paced them. Obviously, people only have all the money at one time. So they couldn't release Endgame and Rise of
Skywalker. So
I didn't care for the name.
No, so the name is.
I don't get it.
Here's what. So there's a couple different things. People are saying like, oh, it's gonna be. They're gonna retcon that she actually is a Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
That's what some people are saying. I don't think that's what they're going to do. They're saying like, oh, because Rian Johnson even said like, oh, if he retcons it, then that's fine. Because you remember how it was that what's Rey's parents?
Well, it was only Kylo Ren saying your parents were like,
but then also
dirt farmers,
right? But then like also it made
he's not trustworthy.
True, but also it made to where like, oh, we're all so obsessed with the Skywalker bloodline. Like, no,
it was ending this dynasty.
It's like, who cares?
Man, we're big fucking nerds right now.
We are. Oh, I know, right? So anyway, but the other thing is it going to be representative of what the new Jedi Order is going to look like? That the Jedi is actually dead. She's going to refer to them now as Skywalkers, basically, and like that whole like gray Jedi mindset.
It's the Skywalker legacy.
Exactly.
She's going to carry on.
She's
not
carry
a Skywalker herself.
She's not a Skywalker herself, and that's why I think it's going to be an action that's very powerful.
So it's like you can be a Jedi, you can be a Sith, you can be a Skywalker.
That's actually the only redeemable like solution. I don't care for the name because I feel like all the previous names were more like just sort of general about the world, like Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. You know, it's more about these different factions.
They all made sense in the end, though.
Put a singular name. It makes them too special. I feel like there's always been powerful Jedi. The Skywalkers weren't any better.
This is the end of the. No, the thing is, this is the end of the Skywalker epic saga. These 9 after this, they're not going to be going back to this world.
Yeah. Hence the rise of the. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Hence the end of the. Anyway, we will see.
Yeah, the fall of Skywalker.
I've enjoyed every single one of them that they've been putting out, so I'm really excited about it. I don't want to go into too in depth because we will be one of literally all podcasts talking about it, but we just like, it literally came out today, a couple hours ago. I watched a little.
Now, are you completely lost having never seen a Star Wars movie before?
Oh, that's right. I forgot that we said that episode 1. The Phantom Menace. Callbacks. We've talked about it. I'm a late Star Wars person. My dad hated Star Wars. Never cared for it. He didn't. That was stupid. So we didn't want. I had seen a Star Wars when I was a kid, but I think literally the only one I watched were the Ewok Adventures and like Return of the Jedi. So like I just knew Ewoks. That was it. That's why I knew of Star Wars. But
for me, Star Wars was always like that's like my earliest memory of like a franchise or a trilogy that I really wanted to like watch. Like I'd go spend the night at somebody's house and like you look through their collection of movies and it's like, oh, Star Wars, even though we had it too.
Yeah,
but
I know, right?
It's like, let's watch Star Wars. I have some of my earliest memories are like just loving that series, which is probably everybody's story.
I love it. But for me, mine was Indiana Jones. Yeah. We watched Indiana Jones on repeat. Mm-hmm. So, but like, of course, Indiana Jones is great. Same director, executive producer, writer, executive producer, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, and so like Star Wars has meant more, and it's meant more to me since I've had my girls, especially with the rise with how strong of a character Leia is, and of course with Rey, Rey is fantastic. She's my oldest she's a little hero. She's went as her for 2 Halloweens in a row. So like she was Leia 1 year, and then 2 years she was Rey. And then whenever we eventually go to Galaxy's Edge, Samsung Galaxy's Edge, I'm brought to you by Samsung. Yeah. I know she's just going to be in her Rey costume the entire time. So I'm really excited.
When she gets a little more mature and a little more badass, she can be what's her head from Rogue One.
Oh, Jin?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has not seen Rogue One.
Jin's a little,
it's a little, which
it's
my
not for kids.
So I've even ranked, out of all the Star Wars, we ranked them. I went Return of the Jedi is my favorite. Rogue One's my second favorite. Rogue One is a masterpiece.
Yeah, Rogue One's my favorite.
Oh,
Rogue
it's
One's my
incredible.
top.
Yeah. And it's incredible. And I think that's the direction we're going to be seeing after the Skywalker saga. After the Skywalker saga.
Solo movie, I don't think was on par with Rogue One.
No, I still enjoyed Solo movies.
was enjoyable.
Very
It was
much. I enjoyed it a lot, but it was Rogue One was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be tough to match that.
It's like, whoa, this is really good. And I was not expecting it at all. I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
I foolishly didn't see that in theaters.
Ooh, that's a shame.
I was like, you know what? I'm a little burnt out on Star Wars right now. I'm going to wait till this one comes out.
Was that when you were doing your full viewing with Melly?
Could be.
Yeah, when you were doing like all of them. No.
That was after.
That's a shame. I would love it if they did because now that Disney has acquired Fox, they're going to be able to re-release the unedited original trilogy now.
Good.
So, nerds.
No, when you're talking about Disney acquiring Fox, have you guys heard of the that Matt Groening is a time traveler thing?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually really funny.
Yeah.
Somebody broke down all the predictions, like
Is it Groening or Grating? I actually don't know.
I don't know either.
No, I mean, like, I'm being serious.
But like down to like specific like news
Yes,
feed shots,
it's
like of
weird.
Trump coming down like the escalator, and he waves with his right hand and then gives a thumbs up with his left hand. And it's like exactly the same, wearing the exact same clothes.
Well, that's more only because that's just what he wears all the time.
But see, and I was wondering, like, okay, obviously I don't think he's really a time traveler, but like his
But is
ability
he?
to predict things is
I
pretty
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
But is it now a thing that like Trump's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to wear this.
Oh,
suit.
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, they've seen it, so people are trying to make it happen.
No, it's time traveler. You know what it is? You know what it
That's
is?
more plausible.
The thing is
No,
that
he's a prophet.
he's just got I think what it is he's got his finger on the pulse. He's so in with
For sure,
society
you can
and
say that
pop
about
culture.
some of them, but to nail the exact
absolutely.
angle of the camera of the news feed, like that's
He's
that's
like
more
a
of like that's an image he saw.
modern
already.
day Nostradamus.
Yeah. He might be connected in some way, like not necessarily a
He's a
prophet,
seer.
but
He's a Skywalker.
Hey, Matt,
All right.
if you're listening, Matt Groening rating. Someone out there is screaming at us right now.
it's Groening! God damn you!
But
There's an umlaut. It's grunning.
is it really?
No.
Okay, I don't know. You
I don't
guys
know.
that I have a gaping hole in pop culture.
From last Tuesday, where your ass was hurt. Yes,
It's true. But how good was the TED? I thought the theater was super cool too.
Cool, it was.
What
It
was
was.
it? It's super boring name. It was like Civic National Center.
Yeah.
No, it was Civic something.
It's Civic
No,
National.
Civic was last.
Center Civic National.
Yeah, it was. No, it was Center.
It really was something.
It was some.
weird.
It was like City
City National
Civic.
Center.
No,
City
Civic
National Civic.
City
Yeah.
National Civic. Like
Yeah.
what?
Welcome to generic theater.
I know it was crazy. It was a nice theater.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah, it
nice.
was really cool. Really easy to get in and out of too. I was shocked.
We were on the road like within 20 minutes of the show ending.
No, yeah, like, and that was just because it took us a while to get there because it was just like I'm cramped. I'm
Yeah.
cramped. I play plane,
I'm saying that includes walking back the couple
Yeah.
blocks to get to the parking
and then
lot.
be able to talk to Roadmaster.
Sweats robe.
You even said to him, "That just made his day."
Oh,
He
for
did look
sure.
really happy.
Yeah.
I know. We were definitely underdressed in that we did not cosplay.
No.
That was, but no one wants to see this in a loop costume. This doesn't go national here. We good?
We're good.
We good. We good.
It's good.
That is going to do it for us in the MGT recording bunker. We'd really appreciate you rating, reviewing, subscribing on any podcast or podcatcher that you listen to. But if there's a rating button, you should press it and do 5 stars. Say these guys are great. I especially like it when they talk about Star Wars like everybody else. If you know anyone who'd like our show, tell them about us. What do you got to lose? Please follow us on Twitter at MGT Podcast. Call us on the hotline at 661-489-7323. We're on Instagram and Facebook at More Gooder Than. Email us at moregooderthan@gmail.com and visit our website, mgtpodcast.com, where you can support us via Patreon, like our great and powerful sponsors, Nan and David, and the rest of the Sacred Grove. You can also visit our actual sponsors page and purchase an item from Range Outdoors. Go be free. While you're there, you can buy a nice, I don't know.
I got nothing.
Robe. Nice robe.
A set of Taz sweats.
Taz sweats.
An
Use
officially
Taz sweats.
licensed grain of Tatooine sand.
Yes. Gets everywhere.
Just $19.95.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
Coarse and green.
You can get that from our merch page. MGT logo designed by Mary Madewell. Home Tree logo designed by Dan Nicholson. And of course, we are a proud member of the Podfix Network. Follow us at Podfix on Twitter and visit podfixnetwork.com. And of course, check out Crit Storm with Donnie wherever your podcasts are sold, because they're not free. Crit Storm's not free. You have to actually pay 10 cents per minute. Like MCI, friends and family. Because remember that? There were other things other than AT&T. And
For sure,
yeah, I know. It's crazy. Monopolies, man. I'm going to go play Monopoly. That's bye for me, Chris and Corey.
Later.
And Donnie.
Live long and prosper, my Padawans.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.